Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Kaylan Alex. If you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe, become part of the tribe. Awesome and great things happen. And if you're returning, thank you so much for tuning in. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of my absolute favorite things from Amazon. Now, this video I have to say was, or is, not even was, is kind of hard to like narrow down because like Amazon is like the internet Target. Like Amazon has everything. And when I say Target, it's because you go in for one thing and you come out with a bunch of stuff that you didn't think you needed. It's like I just be in both, like scrolling on Amazon, no plan, no guide, just vibes. Like just vibing, just figuring out what I might need. We know how it be. We get Amazon packages at this house literally every single day. Every single day we get an Amazon package. So I wanted to share with you guys some of my favorites, my current favorites rather, that I think you guys should look into as well. So let's go ahead and get started with the favorites. So the first thing that I have on the list is a robe. So this robe, and it comes in like a few different colors. I got it in the dark gray. It is that like stretchy kind of cloth material, more of like a fitted material, but I love it. And it is short. So I love short robes. Well, I prefer them because I feel like it's easy to get hot in a robe or something. I don't know, maybe it's the pregnancy, but I don't be wanting to be hot. So I prefer a short robe, and I like one that is more fitted, and if it's like a cozy style that is still, it's fitted but loose enough to still be comfortable, and that's kind of like what this one is as well. Now the one I have is the UGG robe. You guys have seen this robe a million times. It is more of a fuzzy comfy robe. It still is fitted. That's my favorite. Every video you see me in doing home stuff, I have that robe on. Like it's my favorite. But I got this one because I like this material, and also I got it in preparation for delivery. So when I get ready to give birth, which I still have some months to go, but I knew I was going to need a robe and something that was comfortable. It was short, easy access, and something that if at all cause I had to like trash it, I would be okay with it. Now, I say that because although this robe like wasn't super expensive, it is something that I don't mind rebuying because I love it that much. I've washed it. It doesn't get I think someone told me it's called piling or something like that. When it get the little fuzzy balls on it, it's a wrap for me. It's gotta go. So this didn't get that, and I'm just like super impressed by it, and it didn't shrink as well. So I got this in a large. I would say get your true size. I'm usually a medium, but I sized up obviously because of the pregnancy, but also because I wanted just a little bit more of a looser fit, and it is a robe, so I like to like size up with robes. So but it's perfectly fine if you get your true size to it. And yeah, I'm just like loving this robe. The next thing that I got were a pair of slippers. Now, I actually am wearing these right now as I film, so I had to take them off. That's how much I love these. I love a nice house slipper, shoe, or something like that. Like, it's comfortable. Like, I immediately come in the house, take off my shoes, and put on my slippers. Like that, I love slippers. And we all know how I felt about house slippers and my grievances with the UGG ones. These, listen, I would rather pay what I paid for these, about 20 something dollars, for a nice comfortable pair of slippers that I know probably maybe in the future they'll wear down, but I didn't spend $100+ for them. They're super comfortable, they are cute, and I love that they're comfortable, which I just said. But I love that they are fuzzy is what I meant. So I prefer like an open toe style slipper, and they're just cute. I feel like they're feminine and just like so me without being too much for the house, if that makes sense. So these do come in a few different colors as well. Of course, I got the cream white color, and they are not a true white. They are more of a cream. So just FYI, if you're considering getting these are not a true white. They're literally a cream, but I love it. So I did get a size, I think 8.5, 9.5. I'm usually a size 8, a true US 8. But I did read some of the reviews, and they said that they sized up and they fit perfectly. So I will say to size, go to the next size from your actual size when it comes to these. The next item I got is a water bottle. Okay, so a few things with this. I have seen a couple of my favorite influencers doing their job and like posting this. Not that they were intentionally trying to sell it, but I was like, I need that. So it is I think this is, I'm not sure, maybe a liter or a little less than a liter. I'm not sure the exact measurement of it, but it is this like white frosted with a gold top water bottle, and on the other side it has the timestamps. Now this is the part that like really sold me on it because of the timestamps. So it is basically a motivator to drink water every day. Now I have the gallon water bottle encourager in the pink color. I use that one faithfully. The drawback to it is that it is a gallon size, it is oversized, but it's perfect for a person working out. When I was using that water bottle, I was working out a little bit more actively, so I needed to drink that much more water. And I was, challenging myself to get all of the water that I needed, which I recommend that one as well. However, this one, I feel like since I'm not working out as much, I still want to make sure that I'm getting my water intake and making sure that it's it's what I need, and then it's something to motivate me, because just remembering to drink water, enough water every day, especially being pregnant, child, is a sport. So I like this one because it's obviously a sleek design. It's something that I can carry around. I can sit in the car, and it's not overpowering. It's just like a normal water bottle. Like it's small enough, and I like that it has the 2 time stamps on the side. So like you drink one and you refill it and you drink the other, versus the gallon one, you just kind of like fill it up for the whole day and then you just kind of drink it throughout the day. So it's really a matter of preference and lifestyle. I do recommend them both. This one, however, is my current favorite because I am more on the go. I am pregnant, and carrying around a gallon water bottle every day is just not the vibe. So this one is cute. I can carry it around. It's going to motivate me to drink water, and I'm just here for it. So I do recommend this one, and I just love that it's aesthetically pleasing. So there's a deal with that. Also, it does come in black as well. So it's a frosted black container instead of this clear one, but just prefer the clear one. So sticking on the topic of baby, I have, and this is going to be my recommendation for moms to be, or, if you're planning to get pregnant, you just want to prepare, or whatever you want to buy for someone. I have this Bump to Birthday book. When I tell you guys I love this book, so it starts out with you putting all of your full information, your full name, birthday, place of birth, hair color, eye color, my mother and father's name, and where me and my boyfriend or your partner met. And then it has all of their same information, how you found out you were pregnant, how everyone reacted, your hopes and fears, when you found out, your due date, and all of that stuff. So then it flows into weekly updates, and it gives like week whatever, and you put the date, and it gives a bit about the baby, and then you write things about you, and then you put like a picture up here. It gives sickness, feelings, cravings, weight, and then what we've been doing. So every week I look forward to these little moments because I feel like it's our quality time, quality bonding time before she gets here, just to share what's going on in life. And it also, as you near birth and near the baby shower and stuff, you can put your plans and things that you're planning to do. It has a space for that. And then once the baby gets here, it has memorable moments that you document. So world events, news, sports, pop culture, gas prices, like those type of things, you can like document that. So I did have some of these when I was a baby and I enjoy looking back on them to see like how much was gas when I was born, like what was going on in the world. So I wanted to do that for the baby. So moving on to more tech stuff. This is a topic that I get questions about all the time, and I promise I'm gonna do an in-depth video of this. But for now, I'm just gonna give you like a few things like that are essential. So I'll start with my iPad cover. You guys saw me unbox this, or I did a video on me getting this. I got this maybe like a month or two ago, this particular one, but I've had iPad before. And I love these cases. I love going to Amazon for my phone cases, screen protectors. I prefer the tempered glass screen protectors, FYI. But I love going there. So I got this pink one. It is like, I'm trying to get, okay, it's like this soft pink iPad case. And I know when I was unboxing it, I'm going to use this as my viewfinder. So I was like trying to figure out how I would actually be able to use the case properly. And like a couple of you guys just told me to play around with it because there's different ways you can have it set up. And I'm so glad that I actually did that because there are different ways you can set it up. So typically I had it like just sitting like this, but you can like actually sit it like this. I don't know why I didn't do that, but I actually use it more like this now with the screen upright so that I can actually see everything. And then when I'm like responding to emails or having to type more, I'll just hold it like this so that I can type like a regular keyboard. I also love that it is magnetic on the back. So I'm not actually holding it, it's magnetic. And then it has the space at the top for the iPad. And I'm not sure if all of the cases are like this or if this is like certain ones, but it is the one that has the automatic screen lock. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but whenever I close this last flap, it'll automatically lock my screen if it's open. Oh, you can't hear it, but it automatically locked the screen. And that may be a feature that most of them have, but I did notice that this one had that, so I was here for it. This next item is literally something that I didn't think that I would need. And then once I realized that I needed it, I have not been able to understand how I was living without it. Like, that's how important it is to me. It is this lap desk. So obviously we're on YouTube, and I'm editing videos or responding to emails or doing something online. And usually I'm in my bed, especially now being pregnant. I'm not sitting in my like little office space, mostly unless I'm doing work, like on the desktop. But for the most part, I'm in the bed working. This is literally a lifesaver because if I'm not on the bed, I'm on the couch or, just lounging around. This thing, oh my God, I loved it. This is probably one of my favorite purchases on this list simply because it's it's a lap disc and it's so useful. It's so helpful. So, when you're, or maybe you don't know, but sometimes your laptop, if it's on something that is preventing cooling on the bottom, the fan will have to kick up and it'll start overheating or getting hot, and the fan will start running really fast because it's not breathing enough. It's annoying. So I have that issue sometimes when I'm sitting on my bed and editing and stuff, especially when my computer is processing these, high quality videos at one time. It really is like it's already putting the computer in overdrive to do the work, but the fact that it's sitting on my bed and sitting on something where it can't breathe, it gets hot. So this has saved me so much of that. I have this like mouse pad that if you have a mouse or something like that you want to use it, I don't have that, so I don't really use this for that. I usually just kind of like put my phone there, so it doesn't like slide to the bottom, because it does have like that, you know, little grip or something. And then it has this little place that you can stick like pins or something, or sometimes like I'll like just sit my phone in the top of here. I'll sit like this. And then the bottom is like this, so it has that little squishy beanbag material, so that it's comfortable when it's sitting on your lap and it's not heavy at all. I also use that desk whenever I'm journaling, because you guys know that I love to journal. And when I'm journaling, I'm usually laying in the bed or somewhere comfortable where I can just like get everything out. And having that lap desk, it is easier for me to write instead of just writing on my bed. It is just something extra, but the fact that I have it, I have noticed that it is much easier to write with than to just write in my lap or just to write on the bed. So that's another reason why I love it. The next item is gonna be my filming camera. Now you guys can't see it because it's what I'm filming on, but it is the Canon 90D camera. I only have the body of it. I didn't get the lens that comes with it because I decided to get another lens that we're gonna talk about in a second. But I love this camera. I opted to go with this one because I know that it's like a popular camera on YouTube, especially with, you know, people doing content creation and stuff on YouTube, basically, whatever you're doing. It's a popular camera. And before it was a 70D, obviously that camera is a little older, so they've made newer ones. So I just decided to get the newer version. It does have different capabilities like Wi-Fi, 4K filming, and different tech stuff that honestly I'm not well versed in. But I will be, because, you know, I like to learn different things. So I plan on getting someone to help me figure all the kinks and tricks out. But I love this camera. It's doing everything that I needed to do. It definitely, I feel like it was worth the price. And it is something that I knew that this was going to be an investment for me. So it is something that I can use for a long time, and it worked well. So before this one, I was using the Canon Rebel T5i, and I had that camera for years. Like back when I was first starting YouTube, like first I think I still have my first video on here. I was using that camera, and I was using that camera up until I first started on here again. So I definitely would recommend a Rebel, that line of cameras, because they were good as well. I did get the Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter lens. It is the one that is adjustable, so it's not one that is I forget the exact terminology, but the one that stays at one particular position. This one can adjust to what I needed, and I love it. A lot of people ask what camera and what lens. Honestly, I think the biggest part about filming is the lens that you use. So try to invest more in the lens to get the look of what you want. I won't go into too much of that in this video, but perhaps sometime in the future, if you guys are interested in that, I can like share with you guys what I've learned. The next item I have on the list is a mic. Now I have two different mics. I have went through a few different mics, and I have found that audio can be very annoying. Very annoying. One mic that I use is the Shure mic. It is just like a lens. It's called the Shure Lens Hopper shotgun mic. This mic I use on a stand and connect it to my camera using an extension. Because of the lens that I have and the autofocus noise, we don't want to hear that. So that's why I have it away from the camera. But this is actually one of my favorite mics. I love that. Okay, so I'm not going to go too deep into that. That's a whole nother video. But this is a mic I use. And I just have this is a Rode microphone tripod that I had from a previous mic. So this one is a little bit pricey. However, I highly recommend it. It is battery operated though, so you have to remember to turn it on and off, which I don't forget, because on my viewfinder not my viewfinder. Why do I keep saying viewfinder? On my monitor where I'm seeing myself, it tells me audio and stuff. So when it's still on, I see the audio moving. I just remember to turn it off and to turn it on if I don't see it moving. The next mic that I'm going to recommend is one that I'm using now. It is the Boya lavalier mic. It is one that kind of like it attaches to you and then goes into the camera. This is one of my backup mics for when I'm not using this mic or something is just annoying me. I will use the lavalier mic because it is a holy grail product. I feel like you get good quality audio. You can hear me. It is easy to use, and I already have backup batteries for if the battery runs out. Pop it in, and I can go rather than dealing with one that's like this that is more can be it takes just a little bit more work with the extension. So the last tech item that I have on the list is my vlogging camera. You guys ask about this particular camera quite often. It is this Canon G7X camera that is widely popular on the YouTube world. This camera can actually be used to film videos as well as vlog. I happen to have gotten it after I already had a camera to film with like a long time ago, and I've been using this to film to vlog with, and it is literally the best. When I tell you I have had this camera for so long, at least about 4 or 5 years, and I haven't had any problems with it. Now, I am a person who is not, I'm not so much of a vlogger as I am just a sit down content creator. So that could have something to do with the lifespan of this camera, but I've traveled with it. I've not been super, super careful with it, but it's been the camera. And I love it. So this tripod is honestly one that I just randomly picked up. I'll see if it's on Amazon. It may be. It's just the Joby one. It's really nothing special, but it does the job. It does the job. The main focus here is the camera, and I love it. The last items I have on the list are my favorite, or some of my favorite, self-help books. I don't have them in front of me, unfortunately, because I accidentally had them sent to the storage. I don't know, don't ask, but they're definitely worth mentioning. The first one is The Magic. That book literally changed my life. I said this in previous videos. I'm going to say it again because I feel like everyone needs to practice gratitude. Gratitude is so important, and that book helps cover that. But that is one of my favorite books, The Magic. The second one is The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. I love her. She is just so great. I love to hear her speak and her talks, and her books are just so amazing. She does a lot of talks on and research on shame and guilt and those type of things, and how we kind of beat ourselves up without realizing it. But she also speaks about how to get over that. So the first part is acknowledging it, and I think she does a really good job of just bringing awareness to the harm that we do to ourselves internally that we don't really realize until it's pointed out. So that is another book that I absolutely love. The last book that I'm going to recommend is Preparing Your Heart for Marriage, Doing the Emotional and Spiritual Work to Love Unconditionally. This is a book that I read, and it's a really, really good book. It's such an amazing book. I probably read it about a year ago, but I still kind of like refer back to that book. It is a book that I recommend if you know that you want to be married one day and you're preparing to be married, and you want to work on yourself before getting married, because that is how marriages last, I would assume. When two whole people get together, they create a whole marriage. So I know that I want to be married. I know that I will be married. And my mission, especially after my breakup years ago, was to make sure that I was completely healed and whole. So I read a lot about inner developmental work on myself. And as I kind of got to the end of that journey, I began reading books about preparing myself for marriage and things that it takes to love me and then to have someone else love me. So this book is definitely one that I recommend if you think or know that you want to be married at some point in life. It's never too early to prepare for that. Like, you prepare for the things that you want. So there's no too early for that. So yeah. So guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, drop a nice comment down below, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I post again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.